Hi y'all. So this is Ariana Getz, and I am gonna make a video about how I fill my journals. So the baby is asleep in the other room, so I'm just like praying that she doesn't wake up during this video so I can just get it all the way to the end, do it all the way to the end. There was a woman that commented on one of my YouTube videos and asked about like what I put in my journals and stuff, and I wanted to, ooh, there's a fly flying around. I wanted to share with you guys the things that I put in my journals. I love to watch videos like this, so I was like, I'm gonna make a video too, because I think it will be inspiring to you guys and maybe just gonna help y'all, write in your journals more, or kind of figure out what you can put in your journals. So I do have a list of 20 things, but I do just want to start this video off with saying that me personally, I really like to have like one journal. This is my current journal. I like to have one journal for like everything. And over the years, I've tried to like separate my journals, like have like one for prayer, or one for testimonies, one for study, one for I don't know, all kinds of different things, morning pages. But no matter how many times I try that, I always realize that that does not work for me. Like, I like to have one book that I can carry around all the time and use for literally everything. And so that's what I personally like, and that is going to be like this list of stuff that I put in my journal is like the everything that you would find in my journal, and all that I use my journal for. So I have been journaling since I was like 9 or so. So I have like 2 big huge boxes over here just like full of journals, which are my treasures. Like, I love them, and I have a terrible memory, so like looking back at things is just so beautiful and just so awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through my list and just kind of show you some examples of like stuff from my journals that I've kind of picked out. So I put writing, of course. So I just like rant in my journals. I just write and write and write and write and write. And when I thought about that, when I thought about this little journal that I have, this one I had this was in 2017. So like this one, I just think is so beautiful. Like, look at all the writing. Like, the writing is just so thick. Like, it's just full. Like, I marked this page off because like I love the look of this journal. Like, look at how small the writing is. And like, if you were to zoom into that, I wouldn't even be embarrassed. Hopefully it's not weird. But most of it is just kind of spiritual stuff. But it's just full of writing, and I process things verbally. So it's good for me to process my thoughts and emotions while writing them. So I've always turned to journals, and I just write. Okay. Next one, drawings, scribbles. So like I picked out these drawings. This is my favorite drawings. It's just the funniest thing. This is just a friend of mine. His name is Daniel. Even not the Daniel I'm married to, but like I have drawings. I kind of picked out some of these. These are from last year. But like I have a drawing of, like, here's a drawing that I did at church, like at a little Sabbath gathering. I got like my sister sleeping. Just like scribbles, drawings, just little things, even things that are like, like things that might not seem that great. Like I have a bunch of little drawings in here. Let me see. Like I have this of Daniel. It's not very good, but it's like, me and my Strong's Concordance and Bible, just like little drawings. Some of them are good, and then some of them are not good, Here's like one of Daniel's face again. But just like little things. I really enjoyed these ones here. There's a time when I was doing all these little scribbles. But like just like drawings, like I'll just draw, which I'm actually getting back into. I love these for some reason. I just think those are so. Look at me doing my signature. This is my signature. Yeah. This one I was working on my signature for my paintings. That's so funny. But I really like this little one here, this little journal. But yeah, so little drawings. Let's see what else. Oh, like this one is really precious. So not this, but my mom's. See, I'll even start drawings and don't finish them, which is okay to do too. Just draw, and if you don't want to finish it, don't finish it. It's a journal. But my mom's Rottweiler had babies, and I drew a picture. I mean, it's not the greatest instantly done, but I drew a picture of all her little babies nursing. It was the sweetest. I loved. when when Gara had her puppies, I literally slept next to them in the spare bedroom. They were like in this like box thing, and I slept next to them on the floor. Okay, so I do lists of all sorts. So if I need to make a list, it goes in my journal. And I wanted to point out here because it's precious. My wedding guest list. This is for my wedding guests for my wedding. So just a list of all sorts. I put quotes. So I just write down quotes. If I hear it, I just write it down. I also have like some pages. Like I have one. I think I have it on Instagram actually. But it's like just a list of Leonardo da Vinci quotes. So I just can list quotes, or I just randomly scatter them just like throughout my journal. You'll find lots of quotes in my journal. Church and seminar notes. So yeah, just like ton of notes. Like I took this one to the Feast of Sukkot last year, and it's just full of notes. Just tons of notes. Like main service notes, and there's even like a little picture. But these are just all notes from the Feast of Tabernacles, where I can actually go back. See, like these are more notes. I can just go back and look at kind of what I have learned there. This is a more personal one, excuse me, but here's a little drawing I did of some woman sitting on the floor. I have another cute little drawing that I really like. This was during a midrash, but it's this woman that was in midrash with us. You see? I just love that drawing so much. It's just so simple. But I can just be like taking notes and just like draw the person over there, and they don't even know. So that's that. So lyrics, I've written down lyrics in my journals, like just full on lyrics. Interviews, so that was, I used to do a lot of interviews with people, especially like back in the day. But like one of the most specialist interview is the one that I did with my dad right before he died. This was only like, this was actually only a couple months before he died, but I gave him an interview, and it's really precious to me. I've interviewed my grandma, my Uncle Sonny probably, who else? My Opa. Anyway, so like just doing like a silly interview with someone that you love can be really special, and when you look back at it, it's like you can hear their voice, especially if you write what they say like verbatim. So cuttings from my travels. So I wanted to show you like for my honeymoon, these aren't like the greatest spreads ever, but like when we had faux soup, our first faux soup together, or pho, but there's like, I'd rather be on the beach at Wana Wana, at Padre Island. There's like just little clippings, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, Museum of Art. So there's just little clippings. And then also like my Ireland, the one I got from Ireland, the one I took with me to Ireland. Like this is the napkin we stayed at this woman Audrey's house, and these are her napkins. So I'll just like paste stuff like that just to kind of remember things from my travels. Like there's little $7.99 sticker for Euro sticker. Here's some more sketches. Like we stayed in an Airbnb, and I just like sketched the woman's bathroom stuff while I was in the bathroom. But like little woman that was singing on the street, I'll just write. And another thing that I do, which I didn't write in here, but I like right here, so I did this a lot in Ireland because we didn't have a lot of time, but I'll just write like one-worded sentences like rainy roads, driving and driving, stop for a restroom, $2 glue stick, raspberry jelly pastry. Yeah, just like stuff like this. Nasty, sick pig bloods pudding that they served at the castle. Anyway, so just stuff like that. So yeah, things from my travels. Little cards from my travels. Okay, drawings of wrappers. Oh yeah, so just like if I want to stick something in because like I got a yoga mat yesterday. You see, instead of like pasting the thing in there, because I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, I'll just draw it, So that's that. Let me see. Okay, so drawings of wrappers, stickers, so I'll put stickers on things. I know this one's got a sticker back here. Animal liberation, human liberation. So, anyways, that's my example of stickers. I don't really do a lot of stickers, but I do sometimes. Or I'll put them in there occasionally. Morning pages, if anybody knows what morning pages are, where you like write down like 3 pages in the morning just to like release what's on your mind. I actually am just gonna start. I've been wanting a morning pages journal, but then just like a couple days ago, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do it in this journal because I'm realizing that I hate having multiple journals. So, and this one is so thick that I can just do 2 pages in the morning and just get everything out. And the writing morning pages is part of it is just like writing junk, like just writing nothing, just to write and write and write, so that eventually you get to the deeper things that are really like kind of festering in your soul. So yeah, morning pages. I used to do it a lot a couple years ago and I quit, but I'm gonna start doing it in here. So morning pages. 12 is poetry. I do like to write poetry a lot, especially when I'm like, I got so much on my mind and I don't want to write full sentences. So I just like jot down little words and just do little choppy poems and stuff. And most of the time nobody reads them. They're just kind of, but I really enjoy them. I really enjoy looking back at them, and I enjoy the process of writing poems. So, okay, children's drawings. So I wanted to, like, I just picked this one because it says kids on it, but my niece did it. You know, she just did like this little scrapbook thing, and I wanted to show because it said kids, but I have so many drawings from like my niece Angelina, Eli, my nephew. I have one in here from Adrielle, Daniel's little sister, from the Feast of Tabernacles. Just like these little drawings that we did, you know, just to have fun. I don't know where they're at. I should have marked that one. But they're just cute little, it's just fun to go and look back and see the little drawings that the little people in your life have done. And I just give them my journal no matter where we are, and they just have fun, you know, give them a couple highlighters. So packing lists. So I'll write packing lists in my journals. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. I did this drawing of everything we took to Ireland. And I just love this drawing. I think it's so cool because I like really wanted to like pack really lightly for our trip. Where's the pack? It's gotta be here. But I wanted to pack really lightly for our trip. Oh, this is a drawing I did in Germany at the little airport. So like this is the little drawing I did. So it's not perfect, but it's like everything that we packed when we went to Ireland. So I enjoy this. I took a picture of this and then I drew it from the picture while we were on the plane actually. So other people's writing. So I always have like people like my friends will write, and just even like today actually, my friend Adria writes a poem in my journal. I took her journal and she took mine. She wrote me a little poem about motherhood. So I have stuff like that scattered through all my journals, just other people's writings. My dad's, my brother's, Adria's, Andrea's, my opa probably. Well, maybe not my opa. But anyways, lots of people. Study notes. So for study notes, I wanted to show you guys my journal when I was in college. Instead of taking a notebook to my class, I took my journal to philosophy class, which is weird. I was just really weird back then. But like, I would just take my book and I would draw and stuff. But I took like all my philosophy notes in this journal just because I was so interested in the philosophy, because I was like seeking the deep answers, you know. But it's interesting now having this because they actually taught a lot against faith and stuff, and it's interesting to like look at that. Like I remember writing a paper about why it's absurd to have faith. Isn't that crazy? So that's what I was learning at UCL and the philosophy. But I love my teacher though, Mark. I forget his last name. But so if he sees this, I really did enjoy him as a teacher, but I really don't agree with a lot of the philosophy that they teach. So, but it is cool to have those here, and I really enjoyed taking these notes. But I took any kinds of notes. If I go to like a seminar or church, I take notes. Or just watching some kind of documentary, I take notes in my journals. Elaborate art. So sometimes I'll do like finished pieces of art, or just things that like I'll really work hard on it. So like this is a really old one, but when I think of finished art, I think of this one, which is like my favorite journal, but it's one of the most hardest ones to read because it was when I was in a really dark time. But I did a lot of finished pieces that I almost don't even want to share either, but this was one of them. And even, I was going to show this one too, just like this pretty little flower, you know, with the scripture, and anyways, that's really not that special, but I love it. So, elaborate art. crazy artsy collages. So I'll pick up that, where's that one? So even like in this one, I did a lot of collaging. You can see how thick, just like look at that book. Oh my gosh. I might do a video on this whole journal someday. But this journal was when I was very young and just starting the art journaling, really art journaling, and anyways. But like I put crazy collages. This is whenever we painted ourselves, like me, Adria, and my friend Rainey. And then we just like collaged. We all did it together, just like painted and then like posted our pictures. Look at Rainey, she's so beautiful. I think this is her handprint too right here. But just like, I would collage a lot, especially in this journal, like I said. So yeah, and I do it a little bit still, but not as much as I used to. So collages, painting experiments. So where's my painting experiments when I had it somewhere? Oh, right here. Yeah, just like little painting experiments, like, you know, like I'm like, I just want to play with watercolor, so I would just, you know, and then like these little things that are not really cool, but kind of are cool, I don't know. And then like there's scripture. I do a lot of scripture in my journals. I didn't write that down actually, but that kind of is like with quotes. Except for it's much more important than just a normal human quote. And then pictures. I wanted to say pictures. I'm just covering this drawing because it's weird, but like, look at us when we were so young. Me and Andrea. So, okay, I actually hear my baby crying, so I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna be making more videos about my journals because I'm inspired to do it. And yes, so God bless you guys, and I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned because I really want to go through like this one, and I just want to do more. So God bless you guys. Happy journaling.